In 2004, Dr. Maria Bennett, her husband Henry, and their three sons Lucas, Thomas, and Simon, set off on a special Christmas vacation to Khao Lak, Thailand. Arriving on Christmas Eve, they settle into the stunning Orchid Beach Resort, eager to soak in the beauty of their surroundings. Henry, who works as a contractor in Japan, is facing uncertainty with his job as his contract might not be renewed. This means Maria may have to return to work as a physician to help support the family. The resort itself is breathtaking, sitting right next to the ocean. The beachfront is lined with charming cottages, followed by a large pool, and then the main hotel building which also houses the restaurants. Originally, the family had booked a room on the third floor, but upon arrival, they receive an unexpected and delightful upgrade, which is a beach-facing cottage. All of them get excited. That first night, they enjoy a peaceful evening together as a family, excited for the days ahead. The next day they dive into some fun water activities, exploring the vibrant shoals and coral reefs just off the shore. December 26th begins like any other sunny vacation morning. The family is dressed in light beachwear, ready for another relaxing day. While the kids enjoy a game of table tennis by the pool, Maria strolls to the beach to take in the view. A little later, Henry joins the boys for a swim while Maria relaxes with a book by the poolside. Everything seems perfect until the unthinkable happens. Without warning, the resort loses power. Maria notices something odd. The wind suddenly shifts direction and flocks of birds begin flying inland in a frenzy. Before anyone can react, a towering wall of water surges in from the ocean, slamming into the resort with unimaginable force. Henry instinctively grabs Thomas and Simon, holding them close, but in the chaos, Lucas is separated. Maria is swept away by the powerful current, struggling to stay afloat. She manages to cling onto a sturdy tree trunk that miraculously remains rooted. As she gasps for breath, she sees Lucas being carried away by the raging water and desperately fights her way toward him. Just when it seems the worst is over, an even bigger wave crashes onto the land, swallowing everything in its path. Due to heavy current, Maria is hit by a tree branch, and the wound starts bleeding. After what feels like an eternity, Maria and Lucas finally find each other amidst the devastation. Maria is badly hurt, her leg is severely wounded, and she has a deep chest injury from being impaled by a submerged tree branch. Lucas is horrified when he notices a large chunk of flesh hanging from the back of Maria's leg, but she quickly tears a piece of cloth from the debris and bandages it the best she can. Weak and in pain, she leans on Lucas for support as they try to find safety. Amidst the wreckage, they hear the cries of a little boy, Daniel, a toddler trapped in the debris. Lucas is upset that Maria wants to help, fearing for their own survival. But Maria reminds him that if Thomas and Simon were out there, he would want someone to help them too. Reluctantly, Lucas agrees, though his heartbreak is evident as he yells that Thomas and Simon must be gone. With nowhere else to go, the three of them climb a tree to stay above the rising water. Among the scattered wreckage, Lucas finds a can of Coca-Cola, which they share for a bit of much-needed energy. Before long, local villagers arrive and spot them. An older man helps carry Maria to his vehicle, rushing her to a village for treatment. During the chaotic journey, Daniel gets separated from them. Eventually, Maria and Lucas are transported to a hospital in the city of Taquapa. Despite her immense pain, Maria urges Lucas to help others at the hospital, encouraging him to assist families trying to find their loved ones. Meanwhile, doctors rush her into surgery to treat her severe injuries. She is bleeding internally and struggling to breathe. Meanwhile, Henry and the younger boys have also survived and are together. With no idea where Maria and Lucas are, Henry makes the heartbreaking decision to leave Thomas and Simon with another family, who are later taken to safety in the mountains by local relief teams. Henry stays behind, determined to search through the wreckage for his missing wife and son. Exhausted and injured himself, he is eventually picked up by a kind passerby and taken to a crowded bus station with other survivors. Communication is nearly impossible, but amidst the chaos, Henry meets a European tourist named Carl, who has also lost his family. Seeing Henry's desperation, Carl kindly lends him his phone so Henry can call his relatives in England. He promises Maria's father that he will search everywhere until he finds them. Touched by Henry's determination, Carl offers to join him in the search, not just for Maria and Lucas, but also for his own missing family. Back at the hospital, a mix-up occurs when Maria's medical chart is mistakenly switched with that of a patient named Muriel Barnes, who has tragically passed away. When Lucas returns to check on his mother, he finds her bed empty and is sent to a tent for unaccompanied children. Fortunately, the mistake is soon discovered when Lucas cannot recognize any of the deceased woman's belongings. He is then relieved to be reunited with his mother, who has been moved to a private ICU room. As he waits by her side, Lucas spots Daniel in the hospital, now safe and reunited with his father. Henry and Carl continue their relentless search, visiting numerous shelters and medical centers. Their journey eventually leads them to the hospital, where Henry is granted just 5 minutes to look for his family. Before heading inside, Carl hands him a note with the names of his own missing loved ones, in hopes that Henry might find them too. Meanwhile, a vehicle carrying Thomas and Simon pulls up outside. As they step out, Simon needing to use the restroom, Lucas happens to catch sight of his father in the distance. A frantic search through the chaotic crowd ensues before the brothers finally find one another. Overcome with relief, they embrace tightly. Moments later, Henry spots them and the family is reunited at last. He is overwhelmed with emotion when he learns that Maria is alive, though still in critical condition and preparing for another surgery. As Maria is placed under anesthesia, flashes of the terrifying ordeal replay in her mind, memories of the monstrous waves, her injuries, and the struggle to survive. Meanwhile, Lucas sits with Henry and tells him that he has something important to share with Maria once she wakes up. The next day, the entire family is airlifted to Singapore, where Maria can receive further medical treatment. A representative from their insurance company, Zurich Insurance, assures them that all expenses will be taken care of. As they board the plane, Lucas gazes out at the devastation left behind, reflecting on everything they have endured. Then he turns to his mother and gently tells her that Daniel is safe with his father. Overwhelmed with emotion, Maria sheds quiet tears as she looks out the window, watching the landscape that had once been paradise, now forever changed. And with that, their journey toward healing begins. Guys, we hope that you liked this recap. Subscribe our channels to get more amazing recaps. See you in the next one.